You'll still get results, but now that's when you speak in Hebrew and tell you that in Apocrypha, that's why they took Apocrypha out. Yeah. Once they took Apocrypha out, because what happened is the Bible says the heathen started to paint the likeness of their image in that Bible. That's why the Catholic Church take Apocrypha, they call it Apocrypha, Apocrypha meaning hidden. So they took out scripture in the Bible. When you go to St. John, the last chapter, I think the 29th chapter, he says more books of the Bible that should be written. So the Bible tells itself, is when you go to First Chronicles, Second Chronicles, it tells you about all these other books that's not in this Bible. So, well, wait a minute, now why is it? And I showed you last week, and what that was, Esther, that it went from the Bible, it was missing a whole sheet, and it went straight to the Apocrypha, right? And I showed that to you last week, and some more scriptures that in the Bible that's missing, that we don't read because the Edomites, Esau, Edomian, they took all that, so they don't wake us up to who we are. But God said, no, his word going to set in us in our heart. He said, last time I put my spirit in your heart, so your mind, that the women going to prophesy, the kids going to have dreams. He said all that because what happened is now we're waking up to this truth. Now the world mad because we're waking up. They never thought we would wake up, but we are waking up. We are waking up.
Believe it or not, sisters, that's why, like last week we was up here, I tell you, I was watching them. They walk by, they watching now. This ain't normal. This ain't normal. See some of black people, these books and stuff and reading, we actually taking them. This ain't normal.
When you go to church, the pastor say, John 3:16, and he'll say John 3:16, he'll run across the stage, this and that. What did he teach you when you left? You better not ask me no question. Jesus, when Jesus preached, the Bible about 75% of questions. He sat down and talked. 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 A preacher preached. Yeah. All about him, his sermon. You can't ask me no question. I suppose you're sick, according to the scripture. You need a scripture understanding. I need to talk to the pastor. Well, you got to make an appointment or call me or talk to the deep. The deep don't know the Bible. Now, how you going to get healed from this scripture that you're trying to understand? You're going to the house of the Lord. But he ain't got time for you. We have to have classes to wake up everybody and show them scripture. You can talk, you can say something, you can ask questions. Jesus sat down and talked, his disciples, he sat down and talked, he sat down and talked, he sat down and talked, people sat down and talked. All of them preached and taught people. You got a question to answer. When you go to church again, you cannot ask questions. You cannot talk.
And some you can. And then when they have Bible study, you definitely can ask questions. But I have been to kind of shut down a lot because when I hear the preacher preaching or whatever, I always go back and read and ask God to increase my knowledge and hear His voice. Not just because the preacher was preaching. So I began to learn just from reading because God was opening my understanding to hear Him. And I used to go back and the pastor be talking and teaching or whatever, and my hand always go up. So I was called the rebellious one. And a lot of things he was preaching was totally out of context. And because I got that revelation and I want to share it, I'm not trying to be rebellious. I'm not trying to do anything.
Trying to get understanding, not rebellious. It's just he wants you to do.
Yeah. Yep. So he, several times, asked me to keep it down. Don't talk because a lot of people is not where you're at. People won't understand this and whatever. And even with the word, he used to preach on it all the time about putting your money out to usury and you don't go gambling, whatever. And I'm like, and he was like, oh, Pastor, but usury is interest on stuff. I can't, ask for something or my brother give me a loan, but I want to tag some extra money onto that, paying you back, just stuff. And, so I was like shut down.
So I mean, he was erring in scriptures too bad because Jesus speak about his 3 good servants. He said, you should have changed my money and made profit, made more. Like one, he gave 5 talents, he made it a 10. The other had 1, he buried it. The other had 4, he increased it. So it's the same thing we're doing right now. If you get a store, right? You got to go spend $100 hoping to make $200. Ain't nothing wrong with spending money to make money. When you're a gambler, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So you got every right to go out and make a profit. But as long as you're not neglecting home, your house, and this and that, whatever, ain't nothing wrong with going out doubling your money. You're supposed to go and double your money. What's wrong with that? Think about it. Now you got a husband or wife that they go gamble, they spend up all that money, then you gotta take their in because they done spend up all their money, now you gotta take their in, that's neglected home. But you out there, you say, okay, I'm gonna buy this, I work on computers. The only way that I can make money, I gotta go spend money to go double my money on fixing my computer. I can't go spend the same money then tell the person I'm finished doing the job and want the same amount of money that I spent. What good are we doing computers for? So what happens, he has to know the Bible. The Bible tell you about his people they want to get gain, they want to make money, this and that. We are hustlers. We make money, we gotta know how to make money. He give it to us. So you go this and that, you go do, like for example, if you go buy you a lot of tickets, ain't nothing wrong with that. You ain't even spending your whole check, you ain't going in being at a gambling hall all night long, gambling this and that. See what happens is the church will try to condemn you with certain things that they shouldn't, because they gotta get, he said all that get good understanding. They didn't know what they're preaching about, what they're talking about. So what I'm saying is that, again, we need to be woke up as Israelites, the 12 tribe, and then the key to our preaching is waking up Israelites. We're not going beyond that. And what happens is once you go to a church, if they're not preaching you this, they're not preaching what Jesus wants you to preach. So Jesus, the first scripture we gave in Chronicle was, he said, the people that's called by my name, we are called by his name. So it's important to know who we are. We need to know who we are. So how you going to serve and you don't know who you are? We have to know who we are. We have to know that. He said, my people again. He said, my people. Separate people. He said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. Us. Who are they killing every day? Us. They're not killing nobody else. Then when you go to Revelations 2 and 9, Revelation 3 and 9, Jesus said this. He said, I got someone doing one called themselves Jews and not, but they're synagogue of Satan. Now, he said somebody in our land right now called themselves Jews.
Yeah.
Jesus said that. So he's telling you that somebody lying about who they are. They call themselves Jewish. We are the true Jews from the tribe of Judah. That's what we are. The people in our land, those are not Jews. They are not Jews. They are not from the tribe. Who are the tribes? They are one people. We are the 12 tribes, Spanish, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Haitian, all of us are the 12 tribes that's lost and scattered abroad.
First 5 books of the Bible, they call it Torah. Y'all know that?
Yes.
It's called Torah. Now, they supposed to be following Torah. They ain't following Torah. And what we're reading out of right now is Deuteronomy. And I came up on a guy, I don't know if I told you, was it last week? But I know I definitely told you, it was a guy from Israel. He's an Ethiopian. He ain't almost know nothing about Torah. But he swear up and down, oh, I'm a Jew. And we follow all the commandments and this and that. I'm like, and I said, well, when did y'all still on the chapter, because I'm going to read this off to you. The same thing I read to him. 28 and verse 48.
In Deuteronomy?
Deuteronomy 28, 48. I'm going to read this off to y'all. Now, I want y'all to tell me who this sounds like. Therefore, shall thou serve thy enemy, which Yahuwah, well, y'all got Lord now, shall sin against thee in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he destroy thee.
Wow.
Who had a yoke of iron around his neck? That's scripture right now. Who had that? He was on top of the Jews.
Yeah. Our people.
Our people.
We had a yoke of iron around
our neck.
That's so we couldn't escape, run off into the woods. The yoke of iron was sticking out. Yeah.
When he said you want and need from everything, right? Right now we need water. Who we get it from? We have to go buy it from them. We need food. We have to go to these stores. And the want of all things, anything, we have to go to them. We don't own nothing.
Everything.
What do we own? Nothing. Everything we have to go to this. According to that scripture, everything we get, we have to get it from them. Everything.
Everything. Check out
what's that on? Go ahead, keep it.
Check out verse 49. It says, Yahuwah shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the ends of the earth. See, from the ends of the earth, not Germany now, from the ends of the earth, as swift as an eagle. Now, who got an eagle on their flag? A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. They showed our children, they killed our children. They fed them to alligators. They raped our old, they made them get out there and work too.
Middle passage.
Yeah, with that,
It's
right here. Let me shoot that. This is a true sign that needs to be up about our kids. That's true.
And again, this is not hate. This is to open your eyes to who you are. We're not supposed to hate them, because what we gonna break down, we gonna show y'all what our Father gonna do. That's why he said vengeance is mine.
Yeah.
And this will blow your mind. When y'all start learning this truth, you gonna pity them. I'm telling you, you gonna pity them, because y'all have no idea what he gonna do to them.
Oh, yeah.
He gonna tear them to pieces. And the only way they gonna get salvation, they got to humble themselves. And even then, they still got to serve.
And do you know what the first zoo was?
Oh man.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah,
Us.
yeah.
Okay, I ain't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we was just talking about that. Remember, I was sharing that.
Jews being in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
When you go to 130 side, I'm gonna tell you what it say though. How King David said by the ruler of Babylon, we sat down. He said they told them to sing them a song. He said, how can we sing our song and y'all dash our kids against the walls, this and that, this and that. You realize Isaiah was on a slave ship. Ezekiel was on a slave ship. Jeremiah, all of us, from the beginning of their preaching, all of us on a slave ship going to captivity with us.
Yeah.
Over here.
And we was just talking about that for y'all
Yeah.
out here, because people want to quit, like I was going at it with this Gentile, that God is not a respecter of persons.
That's somebody on the
Yeah,
side.
so
that's
everybody in that boat, they went bad.
Everybody
Everybody in the boat went bad, but he judged you as a nation.
See, I didn't have a pretty picture of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's white, but this is
I'm
a
gonna read some
picture.
of that up, y'all too. Like I said, all the
Picture
Deuteronomy,
of Moses,
it's
all of them,
mind.
all of them here. This is a picture they took over in Russia. For about 1 hour paper, the color of who we really are, the Jews.
And see, that's another thing y'all gonna learn too. These other nations know who we are. That's why they call us uneducated.
Oh,
It
yeah.
ain't about learning all the stuff, and it's about who we are. I'm telling you, they know.
Yeah.
That's the biggest joke.
That's what we were discussing last night.
Oh yeah?
What they say about us? If you want to hire something on a black man,
Put in the book.
We do not
Read,
read.
not read.
They know it. We do everything about football, sports. And guys think I'm crazy for our sports. You crazy because I was given to us, it said it impossible from the heathen. They gave us that sports stuff to take us from this. They take all your time from this. You want to worship man, you worship a ball. And all what he needs to say about it, you shouldn't be out of worship. You worship a ball, you worship a game, a man, money. All that stuff is idolatry.
The other nations so used to us just accepting what they say and go along with it. But see, when I'm learning, tell them, show me that in scripture. And be calm. You ain't got to raise your voice. You ain't got to be like somebody brother on the street, out there cussing folks out. You just say, show me scripture. If they can't show you scripture, keep it moving. Yep. Keep it moving. Let me show y'all verse 54. Y'all heard? Well, we all know single parent house homes. We know why. I mean, that's the way they do. It's right here. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. That's black and black crime right there. And toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead. Single parent house home.
Curses for disobedience.
That's right. Now, we're still up on that curse today. Because we still not following the law, statute, commandment. We're not going by what he said in the Bible. As long as we out here thinking we're free from his commandment, law, statute, we're going to perish over here. He said, again, my people perish like the mountains. He only told the Israelite. He's not talking to other nations.
Check out verse 64. And Yahuwah shall scatter thee among all people. See that? All people. They folks weren't scattered amongst all people. They was only over there in what is that?
They know that not
Yeah,
like.
Germany
They're free, they're
and
rich.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Poland.
Yeah,
Yeah, all of them come out of Poland. It says, from one end of the earth, even unto the other. That's the plan. And there shall thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. That's all like images and stuff.
And this your King David. That's a true image of King David. True image of King David. We got all that. We just when I got my parents, we have all that. I got Paul, Peter, James, every last one. See, we was paintings. We wasn't on pretty pictures. How they gonna give you a pretty picture? We did painting. We didn't have any cameras. So you see those paintings, those are us. But when you go to
How you know that's the true image?
that's a true image. That's a true image. I got all this.
We can prove it to you in here.
Yes, in the Bible.
We can
Think
prove it to
about
you
it.
in here.
Paul's called negative book Acts 13:1.
Yeah. Yep.
And why would they call Paul a nigger in Acts 13:1?
Y'all wanna jump to it?
Go to it, 13:1.
Yeah, jump to it, show you. That's why like some of the new IV, the new translation, they take it out.
You got your Bible, brother? I'm gonna say you.
Guys, I'm gonna have to be mindful of the time, because we have to.
Oh, okay, yeah, we got you.
What she
We
say?
got you. Time. Yep.
Yeah.
And then they gave us time and we wore it out
Yeah,
last
we
week.
was talking about that.
I'm not trying to put you on a
no, you
time
good,
limit,
sister.
but I have to,
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, Acts
13:1.
13:1.
Sister read it, sister one of y'all. Sister.
I'm gonna get it. It's not the usual, I'll read out, I'll just grab this one. Other one left on the bed.
So you go to church, you know, okay, let's do you, that word else say that's Niger. But I got a Bible dictionary right here, the Jonathan Dictionary,
Oh, yeah.
over that's gonna tell you what that word means. Cause we are royalty. The word nigga is black people, period.
13:1.
Yes, 13:1. Read it, sis. You got this? You read it?
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch,
Antioch.
certain prophets and teachers as
Barnabas.
Barnabas and Simon
Mm-hmm.
that was called Niger.
Nigger.
Mm-hmm.
Nigger. Now,
Yeah.
I want you to go ahead and read it. This tells you why this so that word means.
Well, you got it highlighted.
Yep, that's how I like it. Oh yeah.
You can see it.
Now mind you, they wrote that now.
Yeah.
They wrote that book.
One of the 5 prophets and the teachers of the church of Antioch, who was led of the Lord to send forth Paul and Barnabas on the first mission journey. Black.
There you go, black.
Mm-hmm.
That word means black. How many just put another G on it?
Yeah,
When you, even you say Niagara Falls, I'm saying Nigeria,
yeah,
it means black.
yeah,
Nigeria means black.
yeah.
So that word right there means black. That means black. It says right here that means black. Paul also called the Egyptian. Festus called him Egyptian. What is Egyptian? Black.
Because I know y'all probably
Moses
heard that
called
word
Egyptian
before.
Egyptian is white.
Check that out. Now mind you, that's them.
Oh, yeah.
That wrote
But
it.
the word, there's never a preacher that word telling y'all. And that's why I don't call myself a Christian. Also, the Acts 12. We first called Christians over here. Christianity came from KKK. The Ku Klux Klan that killed us over here. Burned our house down, put a cross in our house. That's where Christianity came from, KKK. They gave the Spanish Catholic churches.
Yeah, Catholicism.
They gave us
Christian
Christian church. They gave other one all kind of other religion. They said let's gather them, all these 12 tribes, and get them all these nations. Give them all this Christianity stuff. The Bible tell you we first called Christians in Antioch.
Yeah.
Ready?
That's a given name. That's slavery. And that's mean, what are you as a man of God?
That orange.
I'm serving the Most High. I'm not a Christian in no religion, because not religion is the holy word. Elohim.
Because you hear them say
It's not by no religion. Religion means
like
you're gonna separate the word. I got so many churches because they say this religion, that religion, everybody want to decide the truth.
Yep.
Everybody want to be disobedient to law, statutes, commandments. We're part of law, statutes, commandments, and judgment. The Bible, you never see the word Bible in the Bible. Because it's not called the Bible, it's called the book of the law.
Yep.
It's called a book of the law. Look, our Father about laws, judgment, commandments, and covenants. He's not about this joking stuff we're playing around with this right here. This is the truth. We are the Israelites. We are the 12 tribes. We're the only people scattered abroad. Jesus said to the lady, he said, I'm not sent only to the house of Israel. He said, I'm not going to waste, what did he say? I'm not going to waste my children food to the dogs.
To the dogs,
Yeah,
yeah. To the dogs, yep.
Now, why he said that? Because every other nation that didn't get a law, statutes, commandments, they was considered like dogs, animals. That's why in Exodus, you'll see that we want to kill everybody that took their land. Because God considered them as dogs, what they used to do, because they sleep women with women, women with dogs, women with cats, men with dogs, cats. They live like animals, so he considered them animals, so he told us to go and destroy them. And transgression, the law is sin, not doing his commandments.
Yep.
We all doing that right now because we don't study, we don't read. We're not trying to get it right to who we are as people. Again, when you go, you got another script, brother.
How you good?
Talking about slave ships, Deuteronomy
28,
6 days.
Yep.
That's him.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 26 days. book so I get my sister now.
You said Deuteronomy
Deuteronomy 28:6. 26 days. And you know that Black Friday we had? You know what that represent?
Yeah, when they used to sell them.
There you go, right here. Original Black Friday, slave trade. These buy and sellers. First they gave you Thanksgiving when they killed the Indians, took the land. Then the next day again the Black Friday. Yeah, that's why I said I don't celebrate. I don't do that stuff, man. I'm not gonna eat it because it's like eating that food that's, you know. I gave you that site, right? Called Pinterest. All those pictures on there.
Oh, yeah, she
And,
said to me.
All just keep looking. You gonna find all this. It's on that site. There's a lot of Israelites coming up to this truth and all this got that site and all this like saving the pictures and communicating. So you want to just log in that page, get you a page, put you on, you'll see, and you will see all this on there.
Yeah, I done started saving some of the.
Yeah.
the
You're gonna save a lot.
Mm.
You're gonna save a lot. You got a brother?
Yeah.
Do around there?
Yeah, 26 days. Want me to read?
Yeah, probably I can.
All right. It says, Yahuwah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof. Yep.
Wow. You're really Egypt. Who came over here on slave ship? That's in Deuteronomy, right?
Yeah.
Who we talking to? The Israelites, right?
Yeah.
Now who are the Israelites? Us.
Mm-hmm.
2868.
Deuteronomy 20, keep reading, brother.
68. All right, I start over. And Yahuwah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spoke unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. That's our homeland. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Now, what that means is bondmen and bondwomen is slaves. And buy means redeem. Nobody redeemed us.
redeemed us from being in captivity.
Martin Luther King didn't redeem us.
Michael X didn't redeem us. Nobody.
What was the guy from Jamaica? Somebody told me that this week, as a matter of fact.
Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, Marcus
Yeah,
Garvey.
all he did, they shut him down.
They killed him.
Nobody can redeem us. Nobody but him.
Right.
And the only way we can take this yoke apart off our neck, this yoke right here, this yoke, is what we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only way we can take that off. By studying, learning this truth, taking this off, we'll be free from captivity. Because now you know who you are. Now you know you got a job to do to serve him. Because this is how we got into this before not serving him.
Mm-hmm.
We want to do everything in the world doing.
Let us know we coming on too strong, because we've been in
That's
this.
why I want to question. That's why I want to question. That's why I want to question. Because this is how I want you to come in and say, well, look at the dress she got on. Why she wearing that? And we would wear that too, as women. You see what that represents? This is our women. This is our queens. Look at that dress she wearing. And we'll wear that dress out of ignorance.
Yeah.
We have to wake up. We have to wake up.
Wow.
Out of ignorance, we do all this stuff because we don't read. You go to church, they're not going to teach you what we're teaching y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You go to church, they're going to teach you the sword spell, this and that, and stuff like that. The truth is that God wants us woken up to this truth for we don't land our captivity. Then nobody going to slave ship but us. Moses only talking to the 12 tribe. Then nobody had iron yoke on their neck. He was only talking to the 12 tribe. Ezekiel was on a slave ship. All this stuff is in this little book that he'll tell you about us. When the women, they told them not to have their kids. They killed them.
Yep. Sparing on.
All this stuff, when you go to, I think it's Isaiah, who he said you would go on a slave ship butt naked. He's preaching and prophesying that we're going to be butt naked when we came over here. We came here butt naked with no clothes on, just like this right here. According to the scripture in the Bible, because we disobeyed his commandments, law, statutes, we were naked coming over here. That was Isaiah. He had to walk around 3 years butt naked.
Mm-hmm.
To show us our sins.
Yeah.
Ezekiel had to do a lot. And so Ezekiel had to eat man doodle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when we came over, we ate their doodle. They fed it to us in food, we didn't know about it. They still doing it today.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That's like when we was telling us, like, even this leather on here is pork. Our father told us don't even touch it. They let they slip. They put it in our candy, all this
I
stuff.
seen that thing. You got that thing, sister?
Mhm.
You got the one I sent you?
Which
About the jelly beans and the McDonald's?
Mm-mm.
Wow, I'm gonna let me find it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show all y'all this. Why they gotta sneak it in your food? If it's good for you, why you gotta sneak it in my
Because
food?
they know the Holy Spirit won't dwell in you if your temple is unclean. See? Because the Holy Spirit was only sent to us. Believe it or not. The Holy Spirit is only sent to our nation. Everybody else claiming they
All
got the
this
Holy
stuff they
Spirit.
cooked is-
They ain't the Holy
Why
Spirit.
they sneak it in there? Doritos, Welch's grape jelly, Kool-Aid, Dunkin' Donuts, marshmallows, the Simple Seed Bun King Burger King, the apple pie at McDonald's, the Crest toothpaste, the Jolly Ranchers, the Cheetos.
Yeah.
All of the five.
Why they gotta sneak it in your
And
food?
the cosmetics.
Why they gotta sneak it in your food?
Yeah.
You know?
I have a question.
Shoot.
Even the ones that's supposed to cleave to us,
Mm-hmm.
they still won't receive the Holy Spirit either? Like, say if they're doing the will of God and
Yes,
everything, they
yes.
still won't?
But they gonna be part. They gonna
Yeah,
be part of
yeah.
our house.
Yeah,
See, they gonna be part of our nation. So that way they'll receive it then.
yeah.
I'm
See,
saying,
yeah,
like,
okay,
once
yeah.
they accept who they are.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, if they get converted from their ways, other nations, what stuff they used to do against the commandments, think about it. Why was all this other nation called sinners and heathens? Because they did not have commandment, law, statute.
Mhm.
The only way that any other nation could come in is follow commandment, law, statute. Well, like on the book of Ruth, she was a Moabite. She met Boaz. Think about it. She said, no, I don't want to go back to my nation no more. I turned my back on them. I want to serve your God. So that's why she was blessed.
Yes.
That's how they get in.
Let's go to Isaiah 14. Yeah, let me show y'all something. Isaiah 14. But it's talking about the people that cleave. And see, this is what a lot of them camps don't realize. That they out there teaching hate. And they ain't gonna get in because of that. Because believe it or not, it's some Gentiles out there that actually love us. Believe
Yeah.
it or not, they
Yeah.
actually love us. Yeah.
I know I was one.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted the truth.
But now some that's like
I
they
said,
may
what?
they like they could be Indian or whatever, you know, like from India. Believe it or not, someone's like, man, them the Jews over there, they be scared. They want to come talk to you, but they scared we gonna rip their head off because all the stuff all the people done did. I'm serious. Yep.
That's Queen Sheba.
Isaiah 14. Cause this is a guy at work, and I shouldn't laugh about it, but it's like he know we Israel, but he be terrified. He'll come up, he'll start talking, and then he'll like walk off, like, you know what's the name from work? The guy that work in automation, white dude.
Oh, Drew?
Yeah, no, not Drew. The
Oh,
other guy.
Oh, God, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, he already know.
You say which one? Isaiah
Say
14?
14. Yep, chapter 14.
And what?
Mhm. Chapter 1. Verse 1. Everybody got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, Isaiah's prophecy, future prophecy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
future prophecy.
Say about that port, too.
Yeah. All right, check this out. And this how you know this ain't the people in the land, but we got other scriptures that can support this. Check this out. For Yahuwah will have mercy on Jacob.
And Jacob means Israel.
Mhm.
12 tribes. Because Jacob's name was second Israel.
Yep, and will choose Israel. And I like how they put Jacob there and they put Israel. So that lets you know we're talking about that bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
It's not talking about some spiritual Israel, how people be trying to say, no, it's talking about specifically to us. Yep. And set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave
There you
to
go.
the house of Jacob.
There you go.
See, there's people coming with us when we leave up out of here.
Yeah.
And the people shall take them and bring them into their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahuwah for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
That's right.
And it shall come to
That's right.
pass in the day that Yahuwah shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from the fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. See, now show me with them Jewish people that happened. See, they couldn't tell you Holocaust, right? Holocaust, how many German people you see serving them when they went home in 1946, supposedly? I don't see one German person over there. Better yet, go to, I'll show y'all the second Exodus.
Second Exodus.
Yep, second Exodus. This is when we getting up out of here. This is Ezekiel
Ezekiel.
chapter 20 and 32. This is second Exodus. And for a long time, this racked my brain. I said, man, how you gonna get us up out of here? We're gonna be on boats again? I done heard people say it's some boat they gonna put us on again. Some people say Trump gonna do it. I don't know, I'm just speculating. Yeah. But either way, we leaving up out of here. And there's people coming with us. Because they gonna like, man, where they going?
That's when we were last week, right? Y'all gonna put their hand on Israel, so y'all know your God is with y'all?
I don't think so.
Then it,
Yeah, I don't think we read it yet.
Where's it go?
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 32.
Verse 30.
there's
Not 32. I got it.
Mhm.
All right. Check this out. Now wait till like I said, just talk about us and actually cut them that's in the land too. Right. Y'all got it? It says, and that which cometh into your mind shall not be at all, and that ye say, we will be as the heathens, as the families of the countries, to serve wood and stone. I mean, all them idols and stuff. As I live, saith Yahuwah Elohim, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out will I rule over you. And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye were scattered, with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out. And I will bring you into the wilderness of people, and there will I plead with you face to face. See that part right there? He said, I'm going to bring you to a wilderness again, like he did our forefathers when we came out of Egypt. We're going into another wilderness, and he's going to plead with us face to face. And read again, read on down. Like as I pled with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So I will plead with you, saith Yahuwah Elohim, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. And the rebels, see, that's some people now, like we saw last week, like that Egyptologists and all them folks like that. See, they think they slick. Oh, they gonna try to come too, but they ain't gonna want to follow commandments. You have people doing what they want to do, and that's when they're gonna get pecked off by angels. Yep. So, start again. It says, and I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know I am Yahuwah. See, they ain't get back in Israel itself until you prove yourself this time. Ain't nobody going up in there. Now, remember our ancestor Moses. Now look at all the stuff Moses did. Moses was the Almighty's friend, and he messed up right with that rock.
yeah.
He messed up with that rock.
Well, nothing else that brought up Moses.
He
Yep.
was supposed to
speak to the rock. He hit
and he
it.
struck it. Like twice, didn't twice or three
Three
times?
times.
3 times he struck it.
Him and Aaron.
Yep.
He was just that, and he said it because of us. Because he's so mad at us, that's why he did
And
it.
that's another thing. Who can make God mad? How do you make God, the Almighty mad? Only we can do that. Look how we act now. Stiff-necked, hard-headed, don't want to do what we supposed to do. We the only people that can do that.
Only people.
That don't make no sense.
And to prove that we were blind with Moses when Miriam and Aaron talked about Moses, he married Ethiopian woman. What color is Ethiopian woman? Why was white man married Ethiopian woman? Also, when she did it, God got mad at all three of them. He brought her, he said, no, y'all come together. He told Miriam lepers white as snow. Now she was white. Why was he bottom? Turning lepers.
The Ethiopian woman?
No, Miriam, his
Miriam,
sister.
his
Miriam,
sister.
Miriam was the sister of Moses and Aaron. He turned her lepers white as snow.
Yep.
Now, if you already white, why you care about them lepers? The word white in the Bible never, show me a white man in the Bible.
Yep.
The word white is only about your garments and leprosy.
And hair color.
That's it. They are red. It's not crazy, not racist. Like right here, I got up Exodus 4, 6 and 7, where it says Moses put his hand in his shirt.
Yes.
And he talking about God, he turned to lepers. If you left the word white in the Bible, period, about leprosy, or hair white, show me a white that if it's not in here. They gave that self that name, they're red. Esau came out red and hairy, which they are red. One of the things he does is red. Like I said again, it's not crazy, just what the Bible says. The whole world say, "Oh, you racist?" No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth because no. Okay, now how you get this blind to where Jesus is not in the Bible? The Bible describes him as a Hebrew. We know Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? We know those are 3 sons of Noah. All 3 of them were black. So if they came from Adam, of course Adam had to be black. Shem, Ham, and Japheth was to separate all nations, all tongues, all languages. So therefore they were black. Come on now. It tells when a white man came about after Esau and Jacob. Rebecca had 2 twins in her room. One came out having red. They didn't have to describe that one because the normal color is us.
Better yet, okay. The Most High said he made Adam from the soil, right?
Dirt. What color is
Yeah,
dirt?
what color is soil and dirt?
Solomon made the first love song in the Bible.
Yeah.
I am black.
Mhm.
Common with locks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who got dreadlocks? Who got woolly hair?
Yep.
This Bible is the Bible's like this is our history book. This is our life.
Yep.
We don't take it that serious. We don't read it, but we want to let everybody else tell us about this. The revelation that don't even know this. They don't have the Harrison covenant. We do. When you go to Hebrews 8 and 8 and Romans 9 and 1, he tell you about the covenants. He only made with us.
Mhm.
You go to Revelation 7 and 1. He tell you 144,000 12 tribes. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. We're the Jewish people. You got the Israelites.
I have a question. What's his name? Okay, when she had twins, right? Esau and
And Jacob.
Jacob. How can a black woman have white children?
Right
Wait,
now.
I have a question. How can we produce white kids without a white male? Now, was the baby like albino type or no?
Okay, here's the question. We are the creation of white race. Right now, you do studies so you see that a white woman today still could have a bright baby, not being a white man. So from that being said, reason why Elohim God doing that today, showing you and proving you that it happened, it really did happen. That's why right now you can have a white baby without a being a white man. We can, but they can't.
Yep. So believe it or not, their gene is actually recessive.
We have melanin in our skin, they don't.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you this right here. Who in this room you think needs more sun? All of us do. The darker you are, the more you need melanin. We have melanin. They don't. They burn in the sun. We don't. That's why we have diseases. That's why we have cancer. Because we do not be in the sun getting that vitamin D that he wants us to have. Right now we hide ourselves from the sun, which is vitamin D from your melanin. We don't have melanin. That's why they take our kids and they kill our kids. You know that when you have an abortion, that's against the commandment, but you know they keep that fetus and they stick him and it's something that's in us.
And they make all like vaccines and
Vaccines and
stuff.
stuff off
Yeah, the embryos and all
off
that.
the baby.
Yeah.